Alright, so finally we got hockey again. One exhibition game before the play-ins to get into the playoffs start. Now, I know everybody's in a really good mood about that and everybody's happy, but I'm kind of bummed. I've talked about this on Twitter a little bit, and, you know, the thing of it is that not so many people like the puppets. There's people that like them, and then I get feedback that they don't like the puppets. So, unfortunately, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to fire the puppets from the channel. And
fired? Why you mean fired? You ungrateful son of a bitch! I am the star of the show, huh?
Dude, this is hard enough, man. Francisco, look, man. I mean, your ratings suck. Okay, let's face it. I mean, you had a good start, but the last video you did with the rotisserie chicken, 30, 40 views. I mean, it's terrible.
Come on, man. That's not even right. It's one show. The rest of them didn't do okay. Come on, man. Hey, Josh, let me ask you a question, huh? How many years you been doing these stupid recaps, huh?
I've been doing this for 4 years now. This is my 4th season of doing recaps, okay?
Uh-huh. Yeah, 4 years, huh? And, okay, so before that, right, did the Panthers ever make the playoffs? Huh? Play-ins,
no.
playoffs, anything?
No,
Oh, no, they didn't, huh? So let me get this straight. This is the only year you done the puppets, right? Okay. And this is the only year the Panthers really got a chance of making the playoffs, huh? And you dumbasses want me to change? You want me to go away and get fired in the middle of the season right when we get a chance? Are you freaking kidding me? What a bunch of gringo hasta cucha boys. Okay, I tell you what, I make a deal, all right? Listen to me, huh? Okay, if the Panthers, all right, if you guys can win the round and get to the playoffs, the puppets, we stay, okay? And if we lose, we go bye-bye. We go chimichanga bye-bye, but we get our own channel. That's the deal, okay? And by the way, you guys, you missing out, okay? The rotisserie chicken video was lit.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1, drop!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right. We finally got a hockey today at noon, too, so that's a blast. All these day games, it's crazy. It's messing with my schedule. So, obviously, it's an exhibition game, so I'm not going to be nitpicky too much. I just kind of want to get a feel for doing the videos again, number one. And obviously, Bob Ross is going to be in net. I'm curious to see if Drieger gets any playing time. Ekblad is out. I have not seen who's back in. The last time Ekblad was out at practice, Pesic took his spot on the wing, which I might actually like that for today, because if Pesic is on defense, that probably means Sorella is going to get into the winger lineup, which that would be good. That would be definitely good. So, all right, we've got a hell of a thing coming up here. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This team, if they don't win this round, that's exactly. we waited months for hockey to come back. we waited months for hockey to come back, and nothing is changed in terms of one singular thing, and that is that Mike Matheson is not an NHL defenseman. He's going to single-handedly get us eliminated. Let's move on to the second period. Well, all right, that didn't get any better after the second period. And the Lightning don't have Hedman or Stamkos, so that's good. I'm going to have to look back at the film. I mean, obviously, Matheson, the first 2 goals was absolutely brutal. I know he was on the ice for the other 2, but it looked like Bob just got beat and screened and didn't see it. And who the hell knows what the hell's going on? It's like Keystone Cops out there. It is just horrific play. And I know that on one hand people want to say, oh, it's just a preseason game. Yeah, only thing is the qualifier round starts Saturday. And it's not like Tampa Bay has anything to play for. You know, they got less to play for, right? And they are literally just kicking the shit out of us. And Vetrano got the first penalty, just like I said he would, because on that top line, if he has to work too hard, he's going to take a stupid penalty, which is exactly what he did. And then Tampa Bay scored. We had a couple power plays in the first period, and the most notable thing that happened on those was Tampa Bay getting a breakaway and Bobrovsky making a save. And it's 4-0 after 2. And I'm just going to save the rest of this for after the game. I don't want to get too low. I know it's just a practice game, but my God, we look horrible. Well, that was delicious. So 5-0, and just 5-0. There ain't nothing else to say about that. So, couple of things here. First of all, I'm going to be doing a rewind tomorrow morning, looking back at the film on this game here, and I'm also going to do one tomorrow. The Islanders play today, so I'm going to do a rewind on their game to kind of give us an idea of where they're at, because basically, from what I saw today, the best thing we can hope for is that the Islanders suck worse than us, because that was some of the worst hockey I've ever seen, and I get it, right? Okay. On one hand, you can say, well, you know, we had the shutdown, and the guys haven't, you know, they've only been practicing a little bit, and, you know, the passes weren't crisp and all of that. Okay, then what the hell explains the Lightning? Were they practicing on the side, you know, behind everybody's back when nobody was looking? They looked like they didn't miss a beat, and we looked brutal. Couple of lineup changes, obviously. Eventually, Coach went to the top line with Huberdeau, Barkov, and Dadonov, which, you know, and then you're going to see that line, you know, that line blender there for the line 2 and line 3. Defensively, Mike Matheson. Here's the thing. I don't want to lose it just yet, okay? We got at least 3 games to go here, and believe me, if I'm sitting here after the third game, and it's all over, you might all just see me just like catch spontaneously on fire. But this was just the exhibition game, so I don't want to lose it completely. What I will say is we already did this during the regular season. Mike Matheson is not an NHL defenseman. He might make a decent winger at some point, but as a defenseman, especially in this system, he's brutal. So, yeah, no Ekblad, you know, I had no Uyghur today, so that meant Brown and Keeper were in. Matheson should be the first one out the door. Brown is kind of like harmless on that bottom pair. He doesn't do anything great. He doesn't do anything stupid. And you can't convince me that Keeper is going to be worse than Matheson. My dead grandma is going to be better than Matheson at this point. So, look, Coach has got to make that change. He absolutely has to. I've never seen a player have single-handedly such a terrible game with the amount of mistakes that he made in one game. And some of them didn't even lead to goals. He had the giveaway there in the third period that Bobrovsky made the save. And in the second period, I'm going to go back and watch this in the rewind, but in the second period, he had an easy outlet, and he basically couldn't clear the zone, and the outlet pass got intercepted, and I believe that's what led to goal 3 or goal 4. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was on the ice for all 4 of the first goals, so I'll have to go back and look. Goaltending. This is the thing, man. We did this all year long, where Bobrovsky gives a 5. Now, the last goal, what are you going to do, right? But the other four, you know, it's the same thing, man. You look at the defense, and the defense makes a stupid mistake, or Bob is completely screened. I think at one time, the Tampa Bay announcers, they're talking about like all 5 guys were basically right there in front of Bob, or at least 4 of our guys, and he couldn't see anything. I think it was the third or the fourth shot, that went in. Nobody even knew it went in. Even Bob didn't even know the guy had shot the puck. He didn't see anything. So, oh, just absolutely brutal. So you can't take Bob out now. Obviously, we would like to do that. But any chance of that happening, that was only going to happen if you saw JQ put in Drieger for the third period. Then maybe you could have thought, he was going to get some playing time and possibly come in. But I think Quenneville's going to ride or die with Bobrovsky. And his style, they were talking about it again on the Tampa broadcast. His style it just doesn't match our defense. He's moving all over the place. Very rarely is he in position before the shooter gets there. He depends a lot on his movement, and with this defense, I'm not blaming it all on him, but I think that's why Drieger is more of a solid goalie. I think at this point, because somebody had said, Drieger is just like a Reimer. He just kind of stands there. He doesn't move so much. I think at this point, Reimer would be doing better with this team than Bobrovsky is. I don't necessarily think it's entirely his fault, although mentally you saw the close-up shots. He looks absolutely shell-shocked. But I think just his style of play, when you mix it with the way our defense plays, it's a freaking unmitigated disaster. And the only hope we have is either A, we figure the shit out real quick, or if he has a bad game one, that coach yanks him and puts in Drieger, and then the team can start playing hard again. Speaking of playing hard, that's another thing with this game. I don't want to get too low about it, because very, very clearly, Barkov, Dadonov, Hoffman, not so much Huberdeau. Huberdeau looked like he came to play a little bit today. But the three guys I mentioned before, they were coasting all day long. I mean, Barkov especially was absolutely coasting. He had a breakaway that he gave very little effort on. I don't know. Either they want to go back home, or they were just saving it for the Islanders and to worry about not getting hurt and whatnot. So, just an absolute disappointing display. And, I guess we're just getting to find out Saturday. It's not like we got a long time to wait. I don't know what the practice schedule is. I assume we're going to practice probably tomorrow. I wouldn't mind to see Coach give them a big-ass bag skate right now, because the effort level was just brutal. As far as the rest of the lineup is concerned, Boyle is Boyle. I mean, he had a fight. Yeah, that was great. By the end there, he was on the line with Sorella, and I'm not sure who else was on the line with him. Coach was mixing and matching, but he's so slow. I don't know why we're playing him rather than Toninato. I mean, I know the playoffs get physical, and I don't want to rank on the guy too much, but I mean, he's on the second power play unit, for crying out loud. That's absurd. That's absolutely absurd. It's not like he's getting in front of the net and deflecting shots and doing anything. At one point, I saw him basically out near the point, like they were going to have him run the power play or something. So I don't know what the hell coach is thinking with that, especially since he was out all that time, and now he's back, and they're going to put him on the second power play unit, which is bad enough as it is, the power play unit. So I wish there was anything good. Can I think of anything? Sorella looked pretty good. He had at least one breakaway. Hopefully he can continue to improve. Hopefully he plays, right? You look at it and you think, well, okay, if we can manage to sit Matheson, maybe that gives Sorella a spot. I just don't know what coach is thinking with some of these lineup moves as far as between Boyle and Sorella. Tippett didn't even get a look. And Drieger didn't get any time. You would have thought after the 4 goals, let Drieger get some time there in the third period. Maybe even after the 5th goal. Just let Drieger get on the ice. But it looks like coach just left Bob out there. And like the Lightning broadcaster said, they didn't really want to blame Bob a whole lot. They felt like he was getting hung out to dry. I agree with that. And I think he's kind of getting hung out to dry by coach in the sense that, maybe, after the 5th goal, sit him down and let Drieger get 5 or 10 minutes on the ice just to get his legs under him. Absolutely depressing, disappointing, but it's not the qualifier round yet, so who knows? Maybe we're going to come out on Saturday absolutely emotional, on fire, so we'll have to wait and see. All right, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I'm going to have a couple of the rewinds up tomorrow. I'm really interested in going back and look at the highlights and we're going to see if we can find somebody to blame other than Mike Matheson. I'm sure there will be. Those first 4 goals are going to be an absolute disaster to look at, so that's going to be a blast. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.